In this video tutorial, you are going to see 5 beginner level projects. Here are all the projects that we are going to do. First one is a number guessing game, and the second is a password generator. Next we see linear search and binary search, desktop notifier, finally dice rolling simulator. I'm Kirtana. Here you will learn all about coding. If you want to understand the logic behind coding, do subscribe my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. Number guessing game. Here user need to guess a number. If your guessed number is correct means the user is a winner. Or else we need to give some hints like your guessed value is too low or too high. I want to create the GUI window for this app. For that I am using a tkinter. This is one of the library used for create GUI window. First import that library from tkinter import star. To generate a random value, we have a library called random. So import random. These are the two libraries we are going to use in this project. Now I'm going to create two methods. Enter def display of colon. This method is used to design the window. Pass this. We do it later. Now def guess. This is our second method. Colon used to process the input. Pass this, we do it later. The last thing is if double underscore name double underscore is equal to main. Now display of this is nothing but that our execution start from here. Erase this pass. Now it's time to create our GUI window. For that we have a tk of method in a tkinter library. Call that method r is equal to tk of. Now we created our window. Now it's time to give a nice title and give a size to our window. For that we have a title of method, title of number guessing. Now for size we have a geometry of 500 x 500. Now it's time to run our GUI window infinite time. For that we have a main loop of method. So call that method. Main loop of. We said everything. Now it's time to run this program and see the output. Yeah. Now we can see our nice GUI window with number guessing as a title. Yeah, now we set up our GUI window. Now it's time for a design. I want a frame for that. Frame is like a container which hold all our widgets. Widgets are nothing but a text box or button label like that. So f is equal to frame of, we need to give our GUI window object here. So r. Now it's time to create our widgets. For enter some value, we need a text box and after clicking a button, it processes the data. So we need a button also, and then we need a label to show the output to the user. So first create our text box. Text inp is equal to entry of first parameter is a frame object. So f is a comma. Then the second one is width of our text box. Width is equal to 20. Now it's time to create our check button. Check btn is equal to button of f comma. Second parameter is a text is equal to guess. Now font for our guess. Font is equal to Arial, thin and bold. After that we have FG. FG is a font color is white. Then PG background color is red. Then we have a label to show the output to the user. Label info is equal to label of F comma, font Arial and 10, height is equal to 3, and state is disabled. It's time to arrange our widgets in a grid. See here, the text box and the button is in the same row. That's what I want. So now go and arrange your widgets. Text inp dot grid of row is equal to 0, comma, column equal to 0, comma, paddy is a space for our text box is equal to 10. Then iPaddy is equal to 3. Then check the gn dot grid of row is equal to 0 and column is equal to 1. I padx is equal to 10 and paddy is equal to 10. Lost was a label info dot grid row is equal to 1, column is equal to 0, column span is equal to 2. This column span is used to arrange our label in both column 0 and column 1 space. So the last thing is to place our frame in a GUI window. F dot place of RELX is equal to 0.5, RELY is equal to 0.5, and finally answer is equal to center. Is used to arrange our frame in a center in window. Yeah, we completed everything. Now it's time to run our program and see the output. Here you can see a nice text box and a button. For a label, we don't give any input for now, so it is hidden. Now come back to the program. Now set our text box and a label as a global variable. It will be used in case of method, so it will be convenient if we change that into label. So global text inp label info. Whenever we click a button, it need to call this guess of method because this guess of method have all the implementation for further processing the given input. So command is equal to guess. Now come to this method, erase this pass. First to get the global value, global text inp comma label info. Now get the value that user entered in the text box. Text imp dot get off method is used to get that, and then further dot strip off is used to remove the white space in the given input. Here user will enter some value in the text box. Those values are all integer, but what happened here is these methods is used to get inputs in a string format. We can't use this string value as an integer. So we need to convert this into integer. For that we have a int of method. Use that here, int of. Next thing is we need to check that user enter some value or not. We can't use a none value, right? So check that first. If str1 is not equal to none, means we do our process here, but we come to that part later, so pass it. Come to else part and say user like you have to enter some value for further process. Else label info dot config of text is equal to please enter some value. For that we using that label. Okay, now it's time to get a random value. For that, Python have a wonderful library called random, in which we have a method called randint. By that, we can get a random value in some range. First, get the random value. Randval is equal to random dot randint of. See here, it asking you two integer value as a range. So enter 0 to 100. Actually, what this statement do is it generate a random value from 0 to 100. Now come here and erase this pass. Check if str1 is a random value. That is, here we checking that our user guessed value is that the generated random value. It's true means user is a winner. We need to say that to user by label info. Label info.config of text equal to you win. After they win, they may need to enter some value again. They may need to play again. For that, the text box need to be clear for the next entry. For that, we have a delete off method. Use that. Text inp dot delete of 0, end. This will clear the text box. I already said what if they want to play again? The random value should generate again because they find already generated random value. So random value we need to generate here. Rand val is equal to random dot rand int of 1, 100. Now come to the elif part. Check random value is less than str1. Then guessed value is too high. You have to save the user as like before. Label info.config of text is equal to your guess is too high. Then we have to clear that entry box. Text inp dot delete of 0, n. Or else your guessed value is too low. We have to say that user also. Label info to config text is equal to your guess is 0. Same way, we have to clear that entry box again. Text inp dot delete of 0, n. Yeah, we completed everything. We now run the program and see the output. What we get an error like in if str1 is random. Okay, yeah, I get it. The global variable rand val, right? We need to include that here. Rand val. Because we need to say this random value is a global value to the interpreter. Now run this program, save and run this program again. Enter some value. 5. Guess too low. Then again 55. Too low. So 100. Too high. Then 77. Too high. So 66 too low. So it is in between 66 and 77. Wait. Throw some error. We come to that later. We enter some value first. 64 too low. 65 too low. 68 too high. Then 67. Yeah, I'm back. So come to the error. The error say invalid literal for int of base 10 none. Yeah, I get it. The interpreters say I can't change a none value into integer. This error occur when I click button without entering some value. So what we have to change is we are not going to convert the string into int here. We convert here. After we check the statement, we convert here. So str1 is equal to int of str1. Now save the program and run this file. Now click a button. Wait a second, it still show the same error. Yeah, we need to change this none to null string. Now run the program again. Now click the button. Please enter some value. Yeah, we completed our first project. Now move on to the second one. Password generator. In this project, you will generate a 6-letter random password for you. In this, we use a random library to generate random characters, and we won't use any GUI as before, so it's really very simple than what we seen before. Without wasting a time, we go to the project. Import random and import string. This random is used to get a random value in a list or in a string. And for the string, it is used to get a alphabet in a lowercase and in a uppercase. And we also get digits from 0 to 9 in a string format. Def generate password. In this method, we generate our password. Pass it here, we do it later. Now come to if name double is equal to domain, and here you will call that generate password method. After we come to pass, erase that, and write our code here. First thing is to get a alphabets. So store that in alpha. So alpha is equal to string dot ASCII letters. Actually, this ASCII letter will give an alphabet in both the lower and an upper. So why not we print that alpha and check how does the ASCII letter will give the alphabet? Print alpha. Now save the file and run this program. What do you get? Yeah. Here you will get all the alphabet in both the cases. Yeah. Now erase this print alpha, and it's time to convert our string into a list. Then only we can choose our random value. So convert the string dot ASCII letter into a list. Then print the alpha. Save the program and run this file. Here you will see the string that we seen before is changed into a list. Right? So now come back to the program and again erase that print of alpha. Now get all the digits from 0 to 9 as a string. Then change that string into a list of characters. Digit is equal to list of string dot digits. Now it's time to get our special characters. Special char is equal to list of open quotes, all the special character that we have. Okay. Now start a new list and add all of these alpha digits special char into it. I'll say later why we are doing this. Var is equal to alpha digit special char. Now create a variable to store our generated password. I name a variable as a password and store a null string there. Password is equal to null string. What I say before is we are going to generate a 6-letter password. So for I in range of 6, password plus equal to random dot choice of var. Now we see how the statement are working. First come to the random choice of var. Here var variable contain list of alpha digit special char variable, in which random choice will choose any one of this variable. Let's consider the first random choice variable is a special char. Then random choice of special char. Now this will choose a random character from this list. Let's take it choose at. Now this at is added to the password variable. For the second iteration, it choose alpha, means random choice of alpha. We'll choose any of the character from alpha. Let's take it as A. Now A is added to password. This iteration will continue up to I reaches 6. So after finally print this password. Now save the program and run the file. So you get a random 6-letter password. So every time you run, it will generate a new 6-letter password for you. So second project is over. We go to the next. Now we are gonna see linear search and binary search. What is a linear search? Linear search is also known as sequential search. That is, you are checking your value one by one in a list. Consider you have a number like 23, 45, 67, 89, and 90 in a list. Now we are going to do a linear search. See here, this right side, for in range of len of A list. Okay, this A list is a list of array. This list holds totally 5 values, but the range of I start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Count is 5, but the number is 4. Okay, wow. That is for iteration start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally we have a 5 values. First iteration, we are going to check that if A of list of I is double equal to 1. A list of 0, that is we consider as A of 0 is double equal to, we need to find 89. Check 23 is double equal to 89. The condition is false. Therefore, I get incremented again. So A of 1 double equal to 89. A of 1 is 45. So check no. So again I get incremented to 2. Now A of 2 is 67. Check that 67 is equal to 89. No, that is also false. Now that I get incremented again. Now the push A of 3. A of 3 have 89, right? So 89 is double equal to 89. Yeah, it's true. When it is true, you need to print that element found in the dash position. That is, in this third position, I found this element. Now see here, you find value and you print here where what is the position. Next thing is come out of that function without doing any further iteration. So I use return. Next thing I want to do a binary search explanation. After we are going to combine these two problems in a single program. Now see how the binary search work. Actually, in binary search, we need a sorted list. That list can be sorted in any order, ascending order, descending order, but we need a sorted list to do a binary search. Have a list 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 value. Now you need to find a mid value. Then check that mid value is your search value. If true means you correct, your execution program is run successfully. If 4 is not equal to 3 means you need to find that your searched value is less than a mid value or greater than mid value. If your searched value, my searched value is 3, that is less than 4, so you need to search from left side. Here you need to find again the mid value, but we have only 2 values here. We can't find a mid value of 2. If we have 3 numbers, you can find a middle value, but in 2 you can't do that. So choose the first one, check that is your search value. If not means do that is select the second one and check that is your search value. Yes, 3 is double equal to 3. We find it. This is how the binary search works. See here, right side is the program for our binary search. I'm going to explain how to do that. First, you call the function and you give a parameters of a list and find value. First, you have to assign first is equal to 0 and the last is equal to len of A of list. Length have a 5 value because we have a list that contain 5 values. So Last is equal to 5. Now check when first less than or equal to last. I will say it later. You will understand that later. Here first is 0. 0 is less than 5. The condition is true. Now go to the body of the loop. Now we are going to find the mid value of our list. First plus last divided by 2. This is used to find the middle value of our list. Here is a float value. We need an integer value to do this operation. So convert this first plus last divided by 2 into int. Next thing is check your middle value is your searched value, that is a of m, that is a of 2 is 4. 4 is double equal to 3? No. No means we need to go to a elif block. Check that 3 is less than 4? No. Sorry, yes. 3 is less than 4. Now first is equal to midpoint is 2 minus 1, that is 1. Now see here, first is equal to, wait, this is last. First is equal to 0 and last is equal to 1. That is, we are going to search our value from 0 to 1. Hereafter, we are not go and check is our value is there in 2, 3, 4th position. So 0 is less than 1. Condition is true. So midpoint is equal to 0 plus 1 divided by 2. So it comes 0.5. We need integers of 0. Now check a of m, that is a of 0. 0th position we have a value of 2. 2 is double equal to 3. Now condition is false. Now go to the elif statement and check, that is 3 is less than 2. Now 3 is greater than 2. So go to the else block. Here you have a statement like first equal to midpoint plus 1. That is our first is equal to midpoint is 0 plus 1. So equal to 1. First is equal to 1 and last is equal to 1. Now go to the while condition and check 1 less than equal to 1. Condition true, 1 is equal to 1. Now go and find the mid value. 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now check a of 1 double equal to 3. A of 1 is 3. So 3 double equal to 3. The condition is true. After printing that the element is found in that position, we need to return. Give return to terminate our function. Now we are going to combine both the linear search and binary search in one program. Linear search of a list, comma, find, colon, pass. Next line binary search of a list, comma, find. Now pass. We have error. Just a second. I'll remove this underscore. I don't like that. Yeah. Def of def space. I forgot that. Def keyword indicates that is a function. Following is a function. So it's important to give a def keyword before the function starts. Now a is equal to of now total number of elements, so TOTELE short form, is equal to int of input of enter the upper limit. Now for I in range of dot ele colon, consider if you have a total element is 5, then you need to get 5 values from user and you need to add that values to our existing list. It can be possible by using a append of method, a dot append of int of input of. Now it's time to get a search value from a user. S equal to int of input of which element to be searched. I'm asking a user to enter a value. Now call this method. Call both linear search and binary search method. You need to give two arguments, that is linear search of a comma x. First one is a list. Second one is a search value. Search value. Now erase this pass and do for I in range of a list. Sorry, we need a length of our list. So len of a list. Check if a of I double equal to find. True means you You say the user that your element is found in this position. You need to say user that you find the element in this position. To mention that position, I'm using a len of a list and I. It is also possible to get all value in a list without using a range method, but I need a position. If I mention a list only, not mentioning a range or a length, now the I get a value from the list. Now in this program, this I get a range from 0 to 5. That is, it get a position from our list. After that, return. Now run this program and see the output. Enter the upper limit is 5. Now 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Which element to be searched? I want 4. Element found in the second position. Yeah, it's working properly. It's working successfully. Now it's time to do binary operation. Before, I want to print my list so that I can see the positions and values clearly. Print of A. Now erase this pass. Sorry, here A list. I don't know how it is work. Now change that to A list. Now write the program. I explained before. First is equal to 0, last is equal to len of A list, and while check first is less than or equal to last colon. Now midpoint is equal to first plus last divided by 2. If A list of midpoint double equal to find colon element is found in the midpoint position. Midpoint is the position, okay, here. Now after do that, you need to return, that is you need to terminate our function. Now elif, the next statement is a list of midpoint, that is find less than a list of midpoint. Now colon last is equal to midpoint minus 1, else here first is equal to midpoint plus 1. I forget to explain one thing, that is else block. If your search value is in the list, it's okay, you can say yes, your value is here, is in this position. But what if your search value is in the list? You need to say the user, right? So this else block for while can be used for this. This while check every value in the list. If it is not found, if your value is not found in any list, then come to the else block and print not found. We need to do same for our linear search, else colon print of not found. Now run this program. Enter the upper limit 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can see the list clearly now. Now search 3. Element found in the first position and you get some error. I already said it will give a float value. You need to convert that into int. So int of first plus last divided by 2. Now run this program again and see how it does work. Now do the same thing again and enter 3. Yeah, find it. Now do again run this program. Upper limit is 5. Enter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now find 6. Element found in the fourth position. Yeah. Linear search and binary search project was over, and move on to next. Now you are going to see about desktop notifier application, in which I am using a Python to display a notification. I don't implement any other concept here. If you want to notify something in your other application, you can use this code there. Okay. Without wasting a time, we go to the project. For notification, we need a module called plier. So install plier first. So pip install plier. Click enter. If you are already installed, then you get a message like requirement already satisfied. But if this is your first time, it takes some time to install. In this plier, we have a notification class that is used for notifier. So first import that notification from plier import notification. First give a title is equal to some titles. I use a lunchtime, then message msg equal to it's 12 p.m. Go and have your lunch first. In this notification class, we have a method called notify. This is used to notify our message on desktop. So, notification dot notify of title is equal to, give the title here, and message is equal to message comma, now time out is equal to 10. Default is also 10 only. This timeout will display our message for 10 seconds in this window. After 10 seconds, it will leave. So, run this program. Yeah, you can see the window here. Lunch time. It's 12 p.m. Go and have your lunch first. It's awesome, right? Then, after 10 seconds, it will leave. Now, you are going to see about dice rolling simulator. I think you played with the dice before. A cube with some dot represent the number 1 to 6. The top of the cube will mark your score as you roll the dice. Before moving on to the project, I want to give you a demo of my project and an overview of what I'm going to do. Here is a button, click me to roll. Then click that button and see what happened. It shows your faces of your dice. This will change when you click again and again. In fact, when you click this button, it will generate a random value of 1 to 6. Also, this value is attached to the picture. For example, your 1 point image will be printed when your random value is 1. I don't want to waste your time. So let's go straight to the program. First, we need a GUI window. It was created by TK Inter. From TK Inter, import star and import random for generate random value. R equal to tk of it I used to create a window. Now I'm going to give a name to my window. R dot title of dice rolling simulator. FRM equal to frame of R. This frame is like a container which hold all our widgets like a label text box. Now create a button and image. BTN equal to button of. Add this button to frame FRM, comma, text will be click me to roll, font is Arial, size is 10 and bold, font color is red and background color is black. And command equal to choose dice. Choose dice is a function. When you click this button, the control go to this function. Now create a choose dice method. Def choose dice of. Pass we do it later. Come back to this line. Now it's time to create a label that we are going to show the dice face on. Label should have some default image first. Then only we can modify that image by clicking button. So first get the image. Image equal to photo image of file equal to some file name. Now add that image in a label. Dice is equal to label of FRM and the image is equal to IMG. Now add these widgets into window. BTN dot pack of paddy is equal to 10. Paddy is a inner space and dice dot pack of. Now add this frame to the window. FRM dot place RELX is equal to 0.5 and RELY is equal to 0.5 and anchor is center. R dot final main loop of is to run this window infinite time. Now come to this choose dice method. When you click button, first it should generate a random value. So rand value equal to random dot rand int of 1, comma 6. It generates a random value from 1 to 6. Now pair all value with a respective image file. For this, I use a dictionary. See here, choose equal to open brace 1 colon open quotes 1 dot png file. This one image file have one point image. Similarly, see here for 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In the same way, pair all the 6 value. Now, I am going to create a method fname by which I will change the image of label. First call this fname method here and pass the respective file that paired with a generated random value. Fname of choice of rand value. If your random value is 4, then choice of 4 is 4.png file. Now 4.png file is passed to the fname function. Now create the method def fname of and receive the sended file in name. Now open the image file img equal to a photo image of file equal to name. Now update label with a new image. Dice of config of image equal to img. Dice.image equal to img. Now run this file and see the output. Now you can see the button click me to roll. Click the button and see what will happen. When you click the button, you can see the dice, and when you click again and again, it will changes. Yeah.